Colonial National Historical Park is in Southern Virginia. It covers multiple sites, including Jamestown, Yorktown, and a parkway that connects them. Let's begin with Jamestown. In 1607, 3 boats of England crossed the ocean to build a new settlement in America. They first stopped here at Cape Henry. Then they kept on going until they reached a nice spot here. They built a fort in the shape of a triangle. Then they built their houses in the fort. The King of England was James, so they decided to call their town Jamestown. Jamestown became the first permanent English settlement in North America. At Jamestown, the settlers met Pocahontas, and one of them married her. Many years later, Jamestown burned to the ground. People moved to Williamsburg, and Jamestown was never rebuilt. Today, we know lots of things about Jamestown because of archaeology. Archaeology means to learn about things in the past by exploring what's underground. Let's go visit the park. You start at the Jamestown Visitor Center, which has exhibits about histories of Jamestown. Behind the Visitor Center, you can cross a bridge over the tar swamp. Don't forget to look for wildlife. We found a muskrat and I named him Roots. The first thing you see is a tercentennial monument. Tercentennial means 300, which is how old Jamestown was when the monument was built in 1907. But Jamestown is over 400 years old now. Past the monument, you can see the actual site where the James Fort was built. Archaeology has helped us learn where the buildings were. Here's some archaeologists working right now. Today, they just discovered some old stone steps buried deep underground. There must have been a building right here. We'll know more about the building as they keep on digging. Archaeology has helped us discover where many buildings at James Fort were located. Archaeologists discovered that there was a barracks right here. The James Fort was right here. Pocahontas was captured when she was 18, and then she lived here with the colonies. This is where the church was, and Pocahontas got married right here. This church was reconstructed, but you can see the old foundation below. There's also an archaeology museum that displays many of the things that have been found at this site. All this was found underneath the bark, and I'll explain what it is. So these are the shells that they used. They cutted them up, and they cut them even smaller. And then they use these sharp tools to make holes. And so it kind of looks like a donut. But then they made them even smaller. And then they string them on a string and they made a necklace. Not far from Jamestown, you can visit the glass house, where you can watch glass blowers make things out of glass. The glass objects that were made here are sold in parks throughout the country. You can also visit Jamestown Settlement, where you can also see a reproduction of the Jamestown Fort and experience what living at the fort would have been like. It also has a museum and full-scale replicas of the colonist ships. See you at the next park!